Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. We're continuing our quest and our project to get the field of particle accelerators making nuclear pasta up and running. So, the game plan: need approximately 9,000 per minute iron and copper. I don't think the trains are going to be suffice. I may have to have multiple trains, multiple areas to pick up. We'll figure it out when we get there. But I have this blueprint that has the foundries, and it makes the most copper ingots, I feel, at 100 per minute. It gives you the most. I may need to flip this whole setup to refineries because you only need water with one ore instead of relying on two ores, but we'll see how it works out. But I think I'm going to just have this spam this way and go this way. The particle accelerators with my nuclear pasta blueprint, where I need 600 per constructor, which gives me the 200 copper when they're summer sloop, which gives me what I need, and then the one pressure cube to get added in. This, I think it's running, but I don't think this is keeping up. So we may have to end up belting over a train or adding another drone port to it. So, and here is what I got going on. Added a train line, the train line that comes in, I branched it off, shot it over. I have two trains ready to go out to pick up from a copper ore plant all the way in the desert, which that might not be the wisest, and an iron ore over by the blue crater. But I have these all connected together. You need to put the inputs here, and I have all the inputs ready to go out here. That I'll do all the belt work underground, and I'll have them all feed into that, and a bunch of other piping to do. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of trial and error. I have from the train depot, I have the buffer box. You need a buffer box. Maybe the solution is just adding more and more trains, especially the copper one, it being so far away. Maybe have to do 2 or 3, but I have it go over, down in between the last 2 rows of summer sloops and the particle accelerators, and then joins and goes back out on its way. I was right, the aluminum trays is not working, but I now have a train that I attached to the rest of the stuff here, instead of bringing another drone, which again was not suffice. I kept the first one, but now the train kind of just adds to it. But it's going to be a little jumpy, but I have a lot of belt work, and I don't think the belt work, I'm going to do the belt work and probably distort the belt work and redo it again. So we may just do a little whoop-de-doop, and it's all belted. And my word, is it nasty to belt. There is belts everywhere. And you might ask, how do I have Mark 6? I have a blueprint that I can use Mark 6 if I have the materials, but you know, like this, boom, you can like paint dab it or whatever it's called, and you can build with it. I can't do that with Mark 6 because I don't have it unlocked yet. Why aren't you feeding onto that belt? Oh, I guess it's going that way. Right? No, then that's going that way. Why is that one going that way? The top one's doing it too. No. Okay, simple fix, I guess. Simple fix, simple fix. We're gonna delete these two. And these two. I don't want to get confused with empty belts. Everything down here should have something on it. And it looks like the iron is fulfilling its part of the bargain. And we got all that fulfilling this time its side of the bargain. But yes, everything's belted under here, and I'm gonna have to go through and redo so many belts when I get the final thing unlocked. But it comes up, all this stuff goes down, comes up, goes under. I have the pressure preservant cubes, conversion cubes, coming in from over there. I have it come down and just split and go down. Just when I only need one. I think a Mark V belt is way more than suffice. And I have all of the outputs, the nuclear pasta, come over, merge, ride the highway down, and go into this bin for right now until we decide what to do with it. This is ready to go. I will go and take a ride. Like, these numbers do not add up until I can get this place up and running. But we may have to take a small little journey to the crater, because I have these two. This is for the nuclear pasta and the nuclear pasta copper. And this is for the copper, like all the foundries. So, this itself is using 1,536, which is nothing. Like, boom, we could just go turn this on. We could just turn that on and hope for the best. That should be all feeding. There's actually, the way it worked out, I actually had like 2.5 groups of these that I didn't need. I have the belts disconnected. Well, yeah, 3 of them actually. So that's gonna help. But this is already showing signs of struggling. And it's going to struggle until I can get like the Mark 5, the Mark 6 belts. So yeah, everything's just gonna be going everywhere. Like, most of the stuff's filled up already, which is like superb, which is fine. It's all good. But the other switch, yeah, this is the one we're gonna have to go to the crater for. There's 36,000 megawatts needed just for the particle accelerators. The entire glitched together blueprint I have is going to be needed just for these particle accelerators, which is amazing. Like, I'm already, if everything is in full swing, I'm already half of what my production is. And so, what I think I'm going to do, before I flip that lever, definitely before I flip that lever, we're going to take a little trip over to the my turbo fuel power plant, my rocket fuel power plants over here, and we will fire up the other one, because I know it does take time to go throughout all the pumps. So we will fire it up, and then we'll come back and turn it on. So at least then it's working on counteracting what it needs to do. Really need to like tighten this up and build a proper pipe and the steel bar setup. Yeah, even this is gonna be very interesting. I know my power grid's gonna struggle big time, but it's gonna be interesting. I hope it all works. I just need the nuclear pasta to give me 100 so I can unlock stage, the next stage, so I can get the Mark 6. What was that all about? Alright, we gotta fire this place up, which is turning this valve. I didn't even stress test this place to see if it would actually handle feeding both of these power plants. Well, I'm going to find out, huh? And they should eventually all be coming online. And they are. Alright, so our power grid is slowly going to be jacking itself up. Now while we're down over here, there is... This is where the one iron node pickup I made. I put all this stuff together. 600. It gets belted all the way over here, up there, to round, and over there. So, conveniently, this was already named, like, Iron Valley or something. But those 3 nodes and these 4 nodes give me the 4 times, and I separated them, that every one of these stations is receiving 1200 per minute. Which should help, and it's really short distance, so again, it should be real easy. Might be eating my words, but we'll see what happens. Yes, there is another copper delivery, but it's only 2. I need 4. Like, there is copper down here I can tap into. But like I said, I need 4. And that's only giving me 2. So that's not exactly good. And there's nodes sitting around with me not even tapped into them. That'll happen. Then we got all that iron. We got tons of materials. I just haven't. Yeah, don't mind the floating setup. There's still some silica and some wire that the depot needs. Ooh, this is actually... That can actually go bye-bye. Cool. I like it. And this is given that. Yes, I have it set up elsewhere, but I'm just letting it empty out. Lizard Doggo, what do you got? Silica? Thank you. Oh, we got like a street race going on here. And that's going over to that iron node against the cliff there to feed. Yeah, I had to set up quite a few things. I was starving myself. I saw this iron ore here. Could easily be piped into this setup. Easily be piped if it's struggling. Which it might be. It's just copper is going to be this main struggle. I don't know why that's out. All right, should we let's collapse the power grid for a little bit. On aim switch, I have no idea what that is. Let's go. You're 10. It's climbing slowly. Alright, where's the logistical report? There we go. Oh yeah, the pressure conversion cubes are divvying up. That's gonna take a hot minute too. Pretty much everything's gonna take a hot minute. But I haven't seen the first one come online yet. You have no power. What are you talking about? There we go. It's alive. Alright, everybody's got stuff. All the pressure conversion cubes are filled up again, which that factory should kick back in. We're getting our first ones. It's awesome. Should be about 35 a minute if it's in full swing. If it's in full swing. Yeah, I gotta hold on a second. I don't know why it does it, but sometimes you just gotta highlight them, and then that red box comes out from around. We have 19. Why are you idle? You have everything. Yeah, there's a lot of summer sloops I used. Every one of these blueprints needs one. 35 of them here? How is the max consumption? 10 gigawatt power storage trailer and Gross Valley water station. Yeah, I saw it. And then it spikes to 182 when everything's in full swing. Oh dear. We may need to definitely look into expanding it or jumping into nuclear power. Yeah, we're gonna turn this off once it gets me to 100. Damn, that looked freaking amazing, though. Noisy as hell, but freaking, that is amazing looking. Why are you all? I have to remember it's not going to be 100% because we don't have the Mark 6 belts downstairs. I keep telling myself that. And the throughputs of the trains, I don't think is going to be enough. So yeah, that's a thing. Because if we take a trip down south, let me get some lights in this place. 1,000, empty, empty, empty. Empty, empty. Oh, 2,200. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to work. You're only getting 286 items a minute. You're doing 642. May need to upgrade. Well, we're gonna have to upgrade things. Oh, that's such amazing. Okay, so we got our 100. So we're gonna turn this off. Now your max consumption is 95,000. What happened to the 36? Whatever. Let's go over. Get this phase done. Watch a training video. Get the Mark 6.
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix-it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Yep. Ooh, it's at night too. Beautiful.
Phase 4 of Project Assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish Project Assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
And you shall receive it. Holy, we need 10k sheets and 5,000 AuCAD sheets. Time to do some gathering. Hey, all things acquired. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. And do the mid thing flip and fall. Because it's easier than descending. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Send it. Thank you.
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
Thanks, Ada. I'm feeling the confidence. Alright. 100 of those. What do we need? Cooling system. Need a full thing of that. And 250. A full thing of that. 100. There we go. Take it. Whenever that comes back. We have more pressing matters. Mark 6, Mark 6. We got some upgrading to do. Oh, so much upgrading to do. I'm gonna stretch that dimensional depot. Alright, we're gonna go under. So, probably gonna be easier. At least I'll know if I need something done here. Because it'll be not red. So much. And it's kind of nice. The Mark 6 actually help with performance and lags on a actual real life aspect because it doesn't render anything on the conveyor belts. Everything's done on the inside. Well, minus those belts, yes, of course, but the lifts where a lot of rendering takes place is not used. The one that's backfilling. Sorry for the repeat noises here. This is how it's gonna be right now until I can get everything up to scuff. Alright, is that everything? At least over here. Well, it's not running right now anyway, so this really isn't... Why are you only marked 5? Ah, I think this is my own addition. That wasn't part of the blueprint. Don't need to do anything upstairs because this just needs to be the 1200 belts need to be split. Well, they get split. Holy crap. Okay, that's the actual copper ingots. They're only producing 600, so that's fine. It's the stuff being fed that needs to be... The stuff feeding that needs to be converted. And then we gotta go over to the heavy modular frames base. Upgrade that so that gets fully in the swing. I might have to go back and convert some of this. Well, definitely have to go back and convert. I'm missing. Need these two for sure. Convert it. Okay. So that's all mark 6. That's all mark 6. That's all mark 6. Yeah, these need to be converted. Oops. Alright, I think that plant is took care of. We still... Oh, I gotta go around. I gotta go fix all of it. I gotta go upgrade everything. At the plants feeding these, at the... everything. So I guess the first journey... we're gonna head out to the copper field. Yeah, we'll head out to the copper field, and we'll have the copper being. Show you that, and I think we're gonna end the episode there. We do got nuclear pasta up and running, just barely, but I'm not gonna need that running for a while. So I don't think nuclear pasta is used. It might be used in a singularity. Well, I screwed up my momentum big time. Yeah. I think it's used in a teleportation, but we're pretty far off from that. I got a bunch of other steps I want to do first, so. In time. I think now the new focus is, judging by the power consumption I made, which is tiny, by the way. I think next... Oh boy. Okay, thank you. Okay. I thought that was going to be me taking a dirt nap. But out here I tried to gather most of the pure or the upgraded ones or the normal, and I just put 2 normal together. Mr. Bean. But yeah. June. Oh wow, okay. I was just rendering old stuff before I realized I already took it. But yeah, I gotta go through and make sure this stuff is all 1200. Because it's only doing 483 right now. Yeah. Yes, they're full, but man, that thing takes forever. But I have it, these 3, and then I have it go way over here to this pure and to that pure. There is other copper around here, but nothing really high tech. Yeah, there's other train stations. Like I said, I have the one right next to base that does 2. I may put that into circulation just so the front 2 are getting copper. I don't know yet. I might even change the whole setup and convert it to refineries. I don't know yet. Because maybe that is the better option. But yeah, see, I have this. This is a pure node. It's 1200, and it's only doing half its gumption right now. So I'm gonna have to do this. This is going to be my life for the next few hours. Yeah, there you go. Now you're getting full scuff. So yep, that's gonna be my life for the next couple hours. So let me get down here. Do this, this, and this. So I thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, we got nuclear pasta activated, but we don't have the power grid to supply it right now fully. Yeah, you can shut down half of them, but I don't want to. So we're gonna work on, I think I'm gonna work on nuclear energy the next episode. I don't know if I'm gonna use my blueprint, because I might just use the blueprint and commandeer one of these stations and just bring everything in. We'll see. See what we need to bring in, or I can just snag from around and belt it. I did think about putting it in a desert, but we'll see. But yeah, I think next episode is going to be starting and scouting the nuclear power plant, and probably using the blueprint I have that I got off of Satisfactory calculator, because it's just so much easier. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.